So something I've been loving a lot lately is the whole arm party or arm candy trend. I just think it's so great how you can mix and match different textures and styles of bracelets to make it your own. So today I'm going to show you how to make these really simple braided bracelets. The thing I love most about them is that they're a great way to add stacks onto your arm party without spending a lot of money. So the first thing you're going to need is some Mouline thread. This stuff is really inexpensive and can be found in the threading aisle of your local craft store. I just love how it comes in a variety of colors, that way you can match it to your personality or simply just your style. You're also going to need some scissors to cut your thread, of course, and then this is really important. I also got these at the craft store. These are toggle clasps. Now I like these because they add a little professional touch to your bracelets and they make them easier to put on and take off. I'm also going to be using measuring tape to measure our thread, and then just regular crafters or Elmer's glue. This is going to be used to glue off the ends when we're done making our bracelets. So I've measured my wrist, which is about 5 inches, but we're going to add an inch for comfort, so that makes it 6. Then taking that measurement to our string, we're going to go ahead and double it and add an inch. So that leaves me with 13 inches. Once we've grabbed that measurement, we're going to go ahead and fold it over about 5 times. This leaves us with a decently thick amount of string per each color. That means we're not going to have such a thin braid to deal with. So once we've done that to the other 2 colors of our choice, we're going to begin gathering the 3 colors together. We're gathering them by their loops. That way it'll make it easier to even out all of the strings, and then that way we can cut the ends off. We're cutting off about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and that's what the extra inch in the beginning of measurement was for. So we're going to flatten that out, and then taking our toggle clasp, we're going to take the O-ring side and twisting the ends of one of those bundles, we're going to go ahead and thread it through the small loop on the toggle clasp. We're going to thread it through so that both sides of thread are even, and we're going to begin to tie a knot. You want to make sure that the knot is sturdy so we have a nice sturdy place to start our braid from. So what I've done here is tape down the toggle end to my workspace, and that way I can begin separating my colors. Now you can leave the colors mixing together if you like, but I just love it when you can see each individual color per piece of my braid. Now I'm going to do green with green, pink with pink, and white with white. Once I've done that, I can begin the braiding. It's just a regular braid, not too tight of course, that way we can always go back and loosen it up. And we're going to continue braiding all the way down the length. So once we've reached the end of the measurement that we decided on earlier, that was 6 inches for me, we're going to go ahead and split the string into 2 equal portions and then swiftly tie it into a knot. We want to make sure that this knot is also sturdy as with all our knots so that our braid doesn't move. So now we're grabbing one of those ends, and again we are going to go ahead and stick that through the little loop on the other end of our toggle clasp. This is the bar part. So again, tie a knot to finish it off, and since this is the end, we're going to tie one more knot on the opposite side. Again, making sure it's really tight, and then taking our scissors and cutting it as close to the knot as we can. So that leaves us with this little blunt edge, and so now I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put a little dollop right on that blunt cut thread. And then using my finger, I'm just going to smush the glue into the little flat area and then let it dry, and that way it'll make it much harder for our bracelet to fall apart. So now we're going to take the time to separate the sections of our braids. This is just again going to make it look like it's a wider braid, and it's going to make it flatter so it sits nicely on our wrist. We're going to continue doing that all the way down the braid until we are happy with it and we're left with a nice thick braid. And so here is your Armcandy bracelet, really fun and easy to do. Now all that's left to do is go ahead and put it on with the rest of your bracelets, add some other bangles and different kinds of textures of bracelets, and you're set to go. You can experiment with different colors. As you can see, I have a tangerine and mint inspired color. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you all later.